Hello and welcome to Unit 10, Day 3. Um, Today we're going to look at simplifying rational expressions and then how we can use those simplified expressions to find our vertical asymptotes. Of course, this is a continuation of what we were looking at last lesson. So basically, we're going to take what we know about rational expressions and combine it with what we know about factoring in order to simplify these fractions. So if I'm looking at this first example right here, if I want to try to simplify x squared minus 25 divided by x squared plus x minus 20, the first thing that I'm going to want to do is factor both the numerator and the denominator. And so, of course, you can use whatever method you want. I'm going to look at it using the box because that's how we've been doing it in class more often than not. Right? And so if you remember, whatever multiplies to make x squared goes out here. Whatever multiplies to make negative 25 goes out here. And if we have it set up correctly, then the other two boxes should cancel out because there was nothing in the middle between the x squared and the 25. And then we'll do the same thing with the denominator. So we'll factor our x squared plus x minus 20. So of course we know that whatever goes in the other two boxes needs to add up to x and multiply to negative 20. So we'll probably want a minus 4 and a plus 5. So 5 and x make 5x, negative 4 and x make negative 4x. And if I add these together, 5 minus 4 is positive x, so we've got it set up correctly. So now what we're going to do is take those factors and put them back where they go in the fraction. So the x plus 5 and the x minus 5 were in the numerator. And then from the purple box, the x plus 5 and the x minus 4 are my denominator. And so what we should notice is that the x plus 5 is in both the top and the bottom. So if we think of the fraction as two things being divided, we know that whenever we divide something by itself, it cancels out. So our final answer to this fraction would be x minus 5 over x minus 4. And that is the most simplified version of the fraction. So the other thing that we need to be able to do is identify our vertical asymptotes. So just like we talked about in the previous lesson, when we're looking at our vertical asymptotes, we try to figure out what would make us divide by 0. So we're going to look at the denominator. Whatever brings that to 0 is going to cause us to have our vertical asymptote. So if I'm looking at example number 1, it says 2x plus 3 is my denominator. So whatever brings 2x plus 3 to 0 gives me my undefined value. So that means 2x cannot equal to negative 3. So the thing that I can't have is -3/2. So my vertical asymptote would be -3 divided by 2. Which would be this guy over here. That's all we have for today. I'll see you guys next time.